What's up, guys? Hunter Labrada here. Just got done training with the Team RWB crew. Couldn't have had a better time. Today I got the privilege of putting my friend Nick through a workout. Nick has a below knee prosthetic.
My name is Nick Perales. I'm a retired Marine Corps Scout Sniper. I served with 2nd Battalion 1st Marines Fox Company as an assistant team leader for a Scout Sniper team. 2011, I stepped on an IED while serving in Afghanistan. Ever since then, it's been a journey, right? That next year of my life, I spent in a wheelchair, undergoing multiple surgeries and extensive rehabilitation process. It got to a point where I just lost sight of who I was as a man, as a Marine.
Spent the first couple minutes, figuring out, what a typical leg session looks like for him, do's and don'ts with, the range of motion and mechanics that he has, and, jumped off and went from there. The main things that came out that he had an issue with were, ankle flexion due to the prosthetic. And then,
Ryan, what do you got him doing?
Got his hips, they're just crazy tight.
Yeah.
A lot like, me and you.
And then, maintaining balance. So we actually were able to introduce the prime incline boards to alleviate the ankle flexion issue, and then put him into a split squat with the back foot elevated. And that was a new exercise for him, but it was one that really checked all the boxes for him because it was, A, stable, B, we had that heel elevated, so the range of motion was there. And he was really able to focus on engaging the quad because, we had started out with a 2-leg squat. I was going to put him in this cambered spider bar with his heels elevated, but he said, he really wasn't feeling the quad that the prosthetic side's on really firing. So I was like, okay, well, let's move to a split squat. There's no way in God's gentle green earth your quad isn't firing like this because it's a 1-leg exercise, and we had all the form and stuff dialed in. So he absolutely killed that. We warmed up with extensions, single leg extensions. Did those split squats and then moved from there to the hip press, and he really impressed me on that hip press. Worked up to 3 plates for well over 10, but the thought process behind that was, we started out with that split squat and we were really hitting that end range of motion, with a ton of knee flexion, but due to the prosthetic and the board towards the top, he had a hard time really locking out. Just due to the angle the board put him at and the angle the prosthetic put him at. So we moved from, working that lengthened position where we're strongest to the shortened position over on that hip press. And he was really able to focus on, not necessarily a half range of motion, but maybe like a 2/3 range of motion, leaving out the real extreme depth that we achieved already at the split squat. Really focused on just, the last 2/3 of the movement, really getting a good contraction and a good lockout, forcing both the prosthetic side and the non-prosthetic side quads to really get a good contraction. From there, we finished up with just one really all-out high-rep set on the 1-leg leg extension, and he was smoked.
Drive.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, especially on most machines, obviously, it's fun, because I have to lower this so much or bring it up much higher. So it's finding something that
Well, in my opinion, dude, most leg extensions, the pads are made way too long. Because most leg extensions, when I use them, I'm on the 1st or 2nd hole. When I use this piece, I'm on this setting, all the way up, and I'm normal height. So that's one of the things I feel like manufacturers could have done a little better.
Yeah, it's finding somewhere where I can stabilize.
Because a lot of people, because you want that pad, even when you're at the very bottom, still on your shin. The second it starts getting into that ankle joint, that crease, it's going to actually distract your ankle and your knee. So you want that pad to be firmly on your shin throughout the whole range of motion.
Okay, so more.
Yeah, you never want it in the crease of your ankle. Because that, especially for you, is going to distract the prosthetic away from from your leg.
You don't feel it pulling at all?
I do a little bit, but it's not as much.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Especially when you get down to this end range right here, it's literally just off,
Okay.
Right? So it's just it's just a suction basically from the sleeve, there's nothing locking it in.
Gotcha.
And it became like an awakening moment one day where I kind of had to do something about where my life was going. And it was in that moment where I decided to go all into my health and my nutrition. And ever since then, I just haven't looked back. It's just been a part of me, just helping others become the ultimate version of themselves, get through some of the things that I have been through their adversities. But today, being here at Labrada Nutrition, it's been a blessing, man. Getting to train alongside Hunter, he's helped me just overcome certain aspects about my limitations and understand better ways to train them, and just overall just improve my quality of life, which has been huge in such a short period of time too. It's been maybe an hour, and it's just made a big impact already. So I can't be more appreciative of that, and just everything that Labrada Nutrition does for obviously people's lives. It's huge. It's impactful. So it's been a very fortunate opportunity.
And, I told him when he finished up with that hip press, he's done more volume than I typically do for a leg workout already. And, you know, especially him, he's savage between the ears. So, you know, he's got it between the ears to take those sets where he needs to go. So, you know, today was picture perfect leg workout in my book for especially, you know, considering that we had to modify things. And, you know, like when I say modify things, like that leg workout would have kicked my ass, so it wasn't really modified. So all in all, had a great time today. It was really great meeting everyone that came out. But like I said, had a really good time training with Nick and just getting to kind of know him a little bit.